you very much. Now let me say good afternoon. I got about 4 people awake. Let's try that again. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Much better. Again, we are Wildlife on the Move, and I want to introduce myself to you. My name is, we're going to take you around the world through the eyes of some animals that some people call the Unhuggables. Now, there might even be a book right here in this library because we think reading is really important, and I hope you do too. But there might be a book in this library called The Unhuggables, and maybe you can read about those sometime. But actually, what we're going to show you is some unhuggable animals because some people think that these animals are unhuggable because maybe the way they look, or the way they move, or maybe that they don't have legs, or maybe they have too many legs. So we're going to talk about that today. Now, if we go on this adventure together for me, what you all can do, and you're doing a great job, sit flat on your bottom, crisscross your applesauce, and we're going to do a few other things. You see, if we spot an animal out in the wild, and we don't know what it is, should we be really loud? No, we want to be really quiet around all animals. And the second thing, if we spot something, and we're not sure what it might do, should we freak out and run out the door?
No.
No, we want to be very, very, very calm around all animals. And the third thing, if we see something, and we're not sure what it might do, or what it is, or anything about it, should we move around a lot? No, we want to stay very, very still. So I guarantee if you all can help me by staying quiet, calm, and still, we're going to see all the animals that we brought and talk to you about these unhuggables. And probably by the time we're finished today, you won't think they're so unhuggable, okay? So here's my next thing. If you have a question or an answer for us, all you have to do is silently raise... Oh, looking for a boy. Can you make it up here, partner in the blue? Come on up real quick. Come on up. All right, what I want to see here is if he thinks he's strong or if he's kind of weak and hold it like that. What's your name? Adrian. Is he strong or is he kind of a big floppy worm? He is? Now feel right here. Does he feel kind of strong? Yeah, everybody do this for me. Everybody feel your neck back here. Do you have a backbone?
Yeah.
Does the snake have a backbone, Adrian? It does. He can feel it. They do have a backbone. Everybody give Adrian a hand. You did great. Come here, Adrian. We'll get you something as well. All right, rub those good together. Let me give you this real quick to take home with you too, since you're a big help. All right, thanks. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and move on here. Everybody say bye, King Snake.
Bye, King Snake.
Excellent. What we're going to do now is we're going to leave Mexico, and I want to take you to a little place that's close to there. Right down here, we're going to go to South America, and we're going to visit a very special place called Chile. Is that where all the chili's made?
No.
Is it because it's really cold there? It can get cold, but that's not what it's about. What we're going to meet is one of the most beautiful animals in the world. Now, all you have to do, if you think you know what she is when I get her out, is silently raise your hand. Now, her name is Rosita, so I want to introduce you to Rosita. So raise your hand if you think you know what she is. Go ahead and get her out for us. Remember, we're staying quiet, calm, and still until we know the facts about something. That's why we're a little fearful, maybe. So I'm looking for a hand to help me. What is this? What do you think, partner? What is this? It's a spider, but it's a special kind of spider. Does anybody know? By raising your hand, help me out. Yes, ma'am. It's a tarantula. Very good. A tarantula is just a big, hairy spider. This is called a rose-haired tarantula, or a Chilean beautiful spider. Remember, I told you it's the most beautiful animal in the world? It gets that from its name, being a Chilean beautiful spider. Now, y'all can all help me with this. Everybody. How many hairy legs does a spider have?
8.
Very good. How many hairy legs do I have? 2. You're paying attention. Good job. Now, if it's a spider and it has 8 hairy legs, how many body parts do they have?
3.
Oh, I hear 3. 2. All right, here's how we can solve that. Here we go. Everybody count with me. Go 1, 2. How many?
1, 2.
They have 2 body parts. Now, everybody pat your head. Does the spider have a head? Yeah. Now, point to your chest. Does the spider have a chest? Yeah, they do. And it's kind of cool, though. It's one body part right there. The head and the chest are together in one body part. Does anybody know that special science word for a head and a chest together? You think you know it?
The thorax.
That's part of it. Thorax is part of it. Awesome job. Everybody say cephalothorax.
Cephalothorax.
Very good. Cepha means head. Thorax means chest. So they have a cephalothorax. Now, rub your tummy. Does a spider have a tummy or a belly? Yeah, but it's special. It's called an abdomen. Everybody say abdomen. Abdomen. Very good. So they have the cephalothorax and the abdomen. Everybody go ahead and pat your head and rub your tummy at the same time. I was just kidding. You guys fell for that one. That's pretty cool. Now another question. How many eyes does a spider have, everybody? 8, and I heard some 6s. This particular spider has 8 eyes. Now with 8 eyes, do they see very well?
Yes.
No, you might think they do with 8 eyes. Now if they had 8 of our eyes, they would see awesome. But their 8 eyes just pick up light and darkness and movement. And I know this because they love fast-moving food. They love fast food. They love tacos, right? No. What do they like to eat, do you think? What do they eat? What? Wasps? Insects? Exactly. They will eat all kinds of insects, like grasshoppers, crickets, things like that. Do you guys like eating crickets?
No.
So I'm kind of glad that the tarantula does that. Now here's what's kind of cool. You see, crickets and grasshoppers, they haven't been to school or the library like you and me. They're pretty dumb. So they kind of just hop around and they touch her on her hairs. Now notice, when I touch her like that, she just moves away. But if I was a cricket, here's what would happen. You guys like disgusting stories? Can I tell you one? I'm going to tell you one anyway. Here's what happens. When that cricket touches her, I forgot to mention to you that she has fangs that are this long. All right? So what she's going to do is she's going to hop on top of that cricket. She's going to raise her body up. She's going to unfold those fangs and stick them out like needles. Now, has anybody here ever had a shot from a hospital or a doctor? Does that feel too good going in? No. So that doesn't feel too good to the cricket either. So here comes the disgusting part. Are you ready?
Yeah.
When she sticks that cricket with her fangs, she also injects venom to the insides of the cricket. That turns the insides of the cricket to icky goo. Ew.
Cool.
Yeah, I knew you'd like that. Now, here's where the story gets more fun. Since we talked about something disgusting, can we talk about something delicious?
Yeah.
All right, it's summertime, so how many of you like to drink a chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry milkshake this time of year? Sounds pretty good. So here's what's neat. She uses her fangs like straws, and she slurps up that cricket shake. Does that sound pretty good?
Yeah.
It might sound good to some of us, I guess, but to her, it is really great. Now, here's another thing I want to show you. Check out how she can do this. Look at how she can hold upside down. Now, she can do that because she has little claws. She has little claws on the ends of her feet. Now, this comes in handy for her. Not just for holding on. It comes in handy for defending herself. You know, a lot of people think that spiders just bite to defend themselves. Not always true. Let's say a coyote was bothering her, because coyotes sometimes like to eat these for lunch. So he's sniffing around right here, and here's what happens. She'll take her hind legs and she'll kick these hairs off her abdomen. Now those hairs are like microscopic needles. They get on the coyote's nose and in his eye. So he's scratching like this. What's the tarantula doing, everybody? Running away. Did she have to bite the coyote? No, she got away by using those hairs. Now here's something else I've seen happen though. I've seen coyotes grab these by the legs. Do the legs break off? Yeah, it's kind of silly to see a coyote with a little leg kicking out of his mouth. But what's the tarantula doing, everybody? Running away. With how many legs? 7. Does she ever grow those legs back?
Yes.
Does she ever grow those hairs back?
Yes.
Yeah, she does in a special way. Check this out. This is not a dead tarantula in this box. This is her skin that she shed a few weeks ago. So every time they eat, they grow. Every time they lose their hairs or lose their legs, they have to shed their skin and get a new skin. It kind of reminds me of our foot. Does our foot grow, everybody?
No.
It doesn't. Do you ever get new shoes? Yeah, so our foot does grow, so we have to replace our shoes a lot of the time. All right, I was wondering, do I have a brave volunteer that would like to hold the tarantula and show everybody that it is a very important animal? It is cool to hold. How about you, partner? Come on. Stand right here next to me. What's your name? Felipe. Face the audience for me. 2 hands flat, Felipe. I'm going to just walk Rosita off to you here. All right? Now, Felipe, is she stinging or biting? You afraid she's going to jump on anybody? Is that a pretty cool spider? Does she tickle a lot? She does. Very good. Give Felipe a hand. Don't you clap, Felipe. All right. Come right here. We'll get you some magic soap.
Magic soap. Magic soap.
Magic soap. And there's a spider to take home with you. Thank you, sir. All right. Everybody say bye, Rosita. All right. Thank you. We might have some time at the end for questions. We're just going to keep on moving if that's okay, because I want to take you to another special place in our world. I want to leave South America here. I want to take us all the way over here to one of my favorite places near Africa. Matter of fact, you guys can help me with this one. Last summer there was a movie that I just watched about 2 weeks ago, It was starring this giraffe, a lion, a hippopotamus, and somebody else was in that movie. Do you remember who else was in that movie? A lion, a giraffe, a hippopotamus, a zebra. That's it. Thank you very much. What movie am I talking about? Madagascar. So guess what? We're going to take you to Madagascar, which is this island right here off the east coast of Africa, and take a look at a really cool animal. But before we do that, I need to teach you something. Everybody say Jumbo. You know what you just said? You said hello in Swahili. So we're going to teach you some Swahili. So everybody say Jumbo Rafikis. Very good. Now you didn't say hello baboons, if you remember the Lion King. You said hello friends. So the next time you go into the library, but do it quietly, or you go back to school on the first day, I want you to walk in and go, Jumbo Rafikis! And everybody will look at you funny, all right? But then you can tell them about Africa, Madagascar, and the animal we're about to meet, because his Swahili name is really cool. Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's Big Hissy Madudu. Let me try it again. It's Big Hissy Madudu. Yeah. Now I know what you're thinking, but instead of telling you about it, I thought I'd show you. You know what big means, you know what hissy means, but you certainly don't know what this kind of Madudu is. So we're going to teach you that right now. Raise your hand if you think you know what this is right here. All right. What do you think, sweetie? She said it exactly right. She said it's a Madagascan hissing cockroach. Everybody hiss at me, goes. Very good. The reason they make that sound is they want to sound like a snake. That's right. Because these guys, they spend a lot of time in the trees, and they hang around on the bark. So they can hold on really well. But what they do a lot is they hiss because they don't have any other way to defend themselves. So they sound like a snake. Now, since this is an insect and not a spider, I was going to ask you this. How many legs does it have, everybody?
6.
Awesome. They have 6 legs. 3 on this side, 3 on that side. How many body parts does an insect have?
3.
Ah, very good. They have a head, don't they? Everybody point to your head. Do they have a chest?
Yes.
And that's called the thorax. Everybody say thorax. Very good. And then rub your tummy. Do they have a tummy?
Yes.
And what's that called?
Abdomen.
Abdomen. So everybody say head, thorax, and abdomen.
Head, thorax, and
Awesome job. So they got those 3 body parts. Now everybody pat your head and rub your stomach again. You guys fell for it again. I'm doing good today. All right, here's another thing. Wait a second. I noticed these wiggly things coming off its head there. What are those wiggly things called? Antennas. Now I know what antennas are good for. They're good for picking up TV and radio stations, right? No. So why do they have these antennas then? What do you think, sweetie? For smelling. They do smell for their favorite stinky food, pizza, right? No. So what do they like to eat out in the jungles of Madagascar? Yeah, lots of dead, decaying things. We'll call it that instead of what you said. It's a little nicer. But they like to eat dead plants and dead animals. Do you guys like eating those things?
Yeah.
Well, if you think about it for a minute, we kind of do eat dead animals and plants, but we cook them first, right?
Yeah.
These guys eat it raw, just the way it is. So it's a little different. So they're kind of the garbage cleanup crew of the forest. So that's pretty cool. All right, so the Madagascan hissing cockroaches use those for smelling, but they also use it for something else. Do they have eyes, everybody? Yeah, they do. They have 2 eyes, but do they see very well? No. So think about this. If I put you guys in a dark room and I said, hey, everybody, find the door, would you walk around and bump into the walls? Some of you might do that. But most of the time we put up our arms and hands and do what with them? Feel. So do they feel with their antenna?
Yeah.
They certainly do. They feel with their antenna. Well, I was wondering, I need a girl this time that would like to hold this. How about a big girl? We've got some younger girls. Come on up. All right. Stand right here next to me. What's your name, sweetie? Valerie, turn all the way to your face and 2 hands flat for me. All right, Valerie. Very good. Now, Valerie, is it stinging or biting? Are you afraid it's going to fly? No, because it can't do that. It doesn't have what? Wings. And it doesn't have a ticket on Southwest Airlines either. It can't okay. So it is stuck there to you. Now, is that a pretty cool bug? No, it's not. But you're doing all right with it. I'm going to use you. It's Valerie, right? Okay, Valerie, here's what I want to ask about Valerie. I'm not trying to make fun of her, but everybody looking at Valerie, where is Valerie's skeleton? On the inside or the outside?
Inside.
Inside. That's a good thing, right? Where is Big Hissy Madudo's skeleton?
Outside.
Outside. That's right. It's called the exoskeleton. Everybody say exoskeleton.
Exoskeleton.
Very nice. And does this have a backbone, everybody? No. Did the tarantula have a backbone? No. But did that snake have a backbone?
Yeah.
awesome. Everybody give Valerie a hand. Don't you clap, Valerie. All right, now, come around here. How about a grasshopper to take home with you? Thank you, sweetie. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing the 3 animals that we went on adventure with. And everybody say, bye, big hissy madoo-doo.
Bye, baby.
All right, thank you much. I'm going to turn it over to Casey. He's going to talk to you about our next animal from Africa.
Yeah, since Africa is so close, we're just going to